Well, welcome everybody to the 12th Joint Fire Training Academy between the Fargo Fire Department, West Fargo Fire Department, and Moorhead Fire Department. We're glad that all of you are here. We're very excited to see a new group of faces that are ready to join this great profession of the fire service.
You've got a great opportunity in front of you. This Joint Academy is something that is unique to this metro area and very unique to the upper Midwest. You're coming into your career at a very good time for your career and a good time for the departments as well.
You're entering into a unique profession where we have the opportunity to make a difference every single day at work, whether it's a fire or a rescue, or somebody who is just having a really bad day and needs a little help managing their current situation with their family or their friends.
Before this, I was working at a barbecue restaurant in Texas. After I moved up here, I was working for a fencing company. My buddy, he's a firefighter up here. He convinced me to apply back when we were still in Texas before we moved up here. And I applied, and lo and behold, here I am now.
I started out in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and then I saw that Fargo Fire was hiring. And all the stars aligned, and it worked out to where I was able to get here on the academy.
I went to school for it, and I was able to see how the process was. And during the school, I was able to do ride-alongs and see how the fire service is, and just get into it, and loved it from the first time I did a ride-along, and after that, just fell in love with it.
Before this, I was a farmer. I still farm, but I was a volunteer firefighter in Dwight, North Dakota, by Wahpeton. Just kept at it and got involved with NDFA, North Dakota Firefighters Association, and learned that I really enjoy this and I should try doing this as a career.
Before applying to the academy, I've worked a lot in food service, and I was a student all the way up until starting academy. A lot of people say oh, I would have joined, or I was going to, and then this came on. So I wanted to be one of those people who actually want to do it, and then they follow through on that.
Before the Fire Academy, I was a bartender and a personal trainer, and I kind of had a little bit of a brief stint in retail management as well. Everything I had done in the past was not really living up to the expectations that I wanted, and I wanted to have a career that was a little bit more challenging, and where I was both surrounding myself with people that I felt were inspirational, but I was also pushing myself in my day-to-day.
I got involved in this fire academy, I guess a short version is when I started working as a paramedic. I was working alongside all the different fire agencies here, and people were telling me that West Fargo was hiring, and it piqued my interest, and here I am.
The way I got involved in the Fire Academy was I saw the application open up. I had actually put in an alert when the next academy would open up. What I did before this was I was a CNC machinist. I was starting to get bored with it a little bit and wanting to do something different and really wanting to go full-time into fire.
I got involved in the Fire Academy just by talking to some previous friends that have done the work. I know someone that works in the West Fargo department as well as someone who works in California. So I've talked to them for a little bit, and they've said only good things, so it was a good way for me to kind of get started. Before this, I worked as a bartender and supervisor for a restaurant, as well as previous jobs, like I've worked in retail, and I've done some general manager stuff there, as well as lifeguarding and some odd jobs in between.
The first few weeks was a good refresher. It opened up my eyes and to see how different departments actually work. It was a great learning adjustment for myself.
For me, it was a completely new experience. I hadn't went through my ride-alongs, I hadn't done any of that stuff yet. It was still pretty fresh in my mind, so expectation-wise, I didn't know what to expect. I was a little bit more timid, I would say, right away, just because I was trying to get a feel for everything, and you're just kind of getting bombarded with information. But I think it was an adjustment that I was definitely welcome to take.
It's stressful. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn that some of the things, there's always more that I can probably give when you have someone pushing on you a little bit. You learn that I need to push myself more in certain situations. Failure is not always a bad thing. It's good to fail. You learn where your limits are. You learn how you can adjust that. You learn to just keep moving that along the road and try to get better.
With different experiences, everyone has their own backgrounds and knowledge, and it helps with kind of getting through different things. Like the people who had EMT before, or paramedic or something, they could help us if we had any questions further through that, and anyone who has fire experience is able to help with the fire experience sides more.
You don't want everyone with the same background, or in general, firefighters are a jack of all trades. So we're going to be a multi-tool. And so with that, each person is going to bring their different things to the team. It's really important to have people specializing in different avenues, because if you get to a scene, you're going to need different people with different circumstances and, different backgrounds. So yeah, it's a good thing that we have different people, whether it be people with medical backgrounds, hands-on experience, people skills, it's all applicable.
It's been really cool seeing how the other branches operate, seeing what PD does and how they do it. Same with Sanford and dispatch. It really puts a spin on how we do things and how it all blends together. Seeing how other jurisdictions, seeing how they operate, it's been really, really cool just seeing how we all do our own different things.
A little bit of time we've had with other responders for ride-alongs or just like running into different people on shift while we're training. You can tell that it's a really close community of everyone's going through the same things that are really good and everyone's going through the same things that are not so good, but everyone really supports each other. I don't know how many times I've heard is just push through academy, it gets so much better on shift.
I love this experience. I love just building that relationship with other recruits and being able to learn how different departments work.
My favorite moment was probably our level 2 burns. It was me and Dan. It was kind of our first taste. Neither of us have ever had experience putting on a fire in any type of structure before, and so they were able to set up a very controlled, safe environment there for us to finally get a taste of what it's like to put out a fire in a structure. And it was really great that we got to kind of do that for each other, and then it felt very cool when you get out and you're like, yeah, I just put out a little fire there in that structure, and it felt good.
I really enjoy forcible entry. For me, that's a really initially gratifying. You have that objective in front of you and you can get it done there as long as you focus on your fundamentals and getting the job done. I also like knocking down fires, so those live burn days are exciting because we're actually seeing all of our practice put into fruition.
Most memorable experience is going to be car fires, because I remember I was first up on the nozzle. I was going towards that burning car, and I had the car all the way on the other side of the lot, the furthest one. And then as soon as I got there, all of a sudden Cap Morlinger comes up and he starts, doing stuff for me. I'm like, oh my God, did I just screw up? I thought I was gonna get smoked right then and there.
The place I think I've grown the most is probably honestly my physical fitness. Working a machining job, I was just standing on concrete for 10 hours a day, so I would try to go to the gym afterwards, but it wasn't always the greatest. So I've definitely improved in that, and then improving my personable skills as well. Being able to talk to people and being able to get out of that bubble a little more is kind of nice.
The most amount of growth that I've seen with myself would probably be more in time management. I'm a notorious procrastinator, and you can't do that. You're getting 2 or 3 chapters a night to study, and you have to prioritize your fitness and your studying just as much as your recovery, and trying to balance that is kind of a fine line.
It's obvious that we're all going to be pretty good friends for forever. Right? There's no doubt about it in my mind. These are guys that I'm hanging out with, all day at work, and I get to go home and text them, hey, do you want to play this game, or do you want to go hang out? That's great. These guys are all great. And I think we all feel that.
The younger guys definitely are more energetic. They are more spontaneous, and they are really good at lightening the mood, especially on days where we're just getting down on ourselves. It's just one thing after another, and we just can't seem to get it right. And then they crack a joke about something, behind the scenes, and it just makes everyone laugh and completely forget about what just happened, and just completely, picks up the morale again and gets everyone back on their feet and continue to move forward.
We all signed up. The common answer is we want to help the public. We want to start helping. That would be my most exciting thing. Start running calls.
It's a little nerve-wracking transitioning, but at the same time too, this is what we're here for. So putting all the steps together and actually getting onto the street, that's what we're training for. So a little bit jitters, but at the same time too, that's what we're here for.